Hey everyone, and welcome to Weight Loss Wednesday. I'm Chef AJ, the author of Unprocessed, The Secrets to Ultimate Weight Loss, and Own Your Health. And this is where I show you recipes for healthy, permanent, and sustainable weight loss. Since today is my birthday week, I wanted to show you my very favorite treat, and I call this the guilt-free Frappuccino. And it's a variation of a recipe from my latest book, Own Your Health, the very popular desert date shake. So it's made in a very similar way with just a few changes and additions in ingredients. So we start with the non-dairy milk, which I have in my blender, and you can use any kind you want. I love to make my own milks from scratch with the Nutri Milk machine, and I probably have 12 or 13 videos showing you how, but feel free to use any non-dairy milk you like. And then I put my dates in there to soak. Even with a high-powered blender, I find that sometimes if dates are really hard, it works harder than it needs to, so I just pre-soak them. The difference between this recipe and the desert date shake is that I'm adding one date to make it a little bit sweeter to counteract the coffee flavored ingredient, which can be a little bit bitter and make it less sweet. But again, you control the sweetness. If you want to put in more dates or fewer dates, totally up to you. Just make sure they're pitted. Then I'm going to add my frozen bananas. Make sure that you always peel them before you freeze them, or you're going to have a really hard time getting the peel off. And you always want to freeze your bananas when they're nice and ripe and have some black spots on them, or they won't be very sweet. And then I have all my seasonings, which are pre-measured, and I'm going to show you a little trick that I do. My husband loves this shake more than anything, and he was going out and paying like $10 for one every day, so I learned how to make them myself. And you can do this with any recipes that you love. Is you get little spice jars, either because you have spices and then you use them up and you can wash them in the dishwasher and the label will come off, or you can buy them at Bed Bath & Beyond for 69 cents. So I save them, and then every couple of weeks I just line my jars up, and here I have 12 of the ingredients for the desert date shakes ready to go, so they don't have to do it every day. It just takes much less time. And I do this for soups too that I make all the time. For example, the red no lentil chili or the cauliflower bisque. It just makes life so much easier. One of the things I want to mention is that it's really important to use vanilla powder, real vanilla powder in this recipe, not extract. You won't get the right flavor. This is one recipe you just don't want to be cheap with. Yes, vanilla is the second most expensive spice in the world after saffron, but once you try vanilla powder, it's really hard to go back to vanilla extract, whether it's imitation, which I don't recommend because it's a byproduct of the wood industry. It's got sulfites, and even vanilla that has no sugar in it often has alcohol in it, which just kind of ruins the taste of this. And alcohol free has sugar in it. It's called glycerin. Just get it, trust me. This is the brand I usually get. This is from Amazon, and I can link to it in my Amazon store. And then Dr. Furman also sells a wonderful brand. And this actually was a birthday gift from Laurel Paley. Thank you so much. This is as good as gold. And it's almost as expensive as gold because this bag is almost $200. But it lasts a long time because you're only using usually a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. So what makes this different than the desert date shake is the addition of a coffee substitute. So here I am using Dandy Blend, but there are many other fine coffee substitutes out there. And if you are somebody that can tolerate caffeine or likes coffee, I suppose you could use that as well. So I'm putting in 2 tablespoons. Now, if you like a very strong coffee flavor, feel free to put in 3, but my husband likes 2. So I put everything in the blender, and then I blend. Now, I like to make this really thick and rich like ice cream, because you can see if I don't add any ice, it's very, very liquidy. So I'm going to add some ice, but remember, only add the ice after the shake is exactly the way you want it, because otherwise it will dilute it and it won't make it nice and thick. And this is what I love about high-powered blenders, is that they make things nice and thick like ice cream. I'm using about 12 ice cubes, but feel free to use as many as you want or none. The more ice you add, the thicker it will be. And then you pour it in a beautiful glass. And this tastes a lot like those ice blended mochas or those drinks they have at Starbucks and coffee bean and tea leaf that have, like, I'm not kidding you, can have over 1,000 calories and tons of dairy and sugar and fat. And there you have my favorite birthday treat or any day treat, and my husband's favorite as well. This is the guilt-free Frappuccino. Thanks so much for watching another episode of Weight Loss Wednesday. I'm Chef AJ, and I truly believe you can have both the health and the body that you so richly deserve. To your health.